Velocity Mooney, peace and blessings. Getting into the chart of Ryan Easley, rest in peace to the white brother. I came across this story on my timeline to where, he just got mauled by a tiger, just a couple days ago or whatnot. Very sad, very unfortunate, you feel me? His wife and his daughter was there. Peace and blessings to them, peace and blessings to, this whole family situation as well, right? Very unfortunate. But I just wanted to see if this particular incident had any connectivity with the new moon energy that we're still kind of in or whatnot, right? The new moon plus the partial solar eclipse and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see how I wanted to see what connectivity the transit would have with this actual birth chart. I wanted to check the Mars and the nakshatra placements as well, right? So getting to it, well, I guess I could read a little bit into his story. Easley was a handler associated with the Netflix series Tiger King. He acquired tigers from Joe Exotic. Uh, According to Choctaw County Sheriff Terry Park, the tiger, which Easley had cared for a long time, suddenly attacked him, biting and shaking him around the neck and shoulder area, killing him instantly, right? Yeah, his wife and his young daughter, they were present during the attack. That's wild. And that must be, yeah, that's definitely some wild shit to have to witness. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Um, Wildlife biologist Forrest Galante, that's a nigga name right there, Galante. That's a futuristic nigga name. We need to copy. I'm gonna copy and paste this. This is the new generation of nigga names. That's a Harlem Globetrotter nigga name for sure. That Negro knows what to do with a basketball right there, Galante. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep that one in folders. But yeah, he stated that the tiger did not want to kill easily, describing the incident as a mistake and a love bite, emphasizing the inherent unpredictability of large cats despite the handler's deep bond with the animal. Okay, that sounds like cap to me, but I mean that could be true. Animal rights groups, including PETA, condemned Easley's practices, citing past incidents of violent treatment of tigers and inherent cruelty of using wild animals in performances. So it's a lot of shit going off in a tangent, but yeah, it's a lot of shit surrounding Easley and the Joe Exotic Fruitaria nigga, right? It's a lot of shit about them niggas supposedly, I guess, being caught up in abusive animal practices. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different story for a different day, right? The fate of the tiger involved in the attack remains unclear. They definitely gonna smoke that motherfucker, boy. Them niggas, them white folks is not about to let that good God fearing white man just up and pass away like that. They gonna turn that motherfucker tiger to a goddamn motherfucking baked bean souffle. Yeah, nah, boy. Let me get the fuck on. All right. So yeah, Ryan Easley, right? All right. So this is his birth chart. So in the birth chart, the birth situation, I don't have the exact birth time. So the birth nakshatra at noon is 14 degrees of Hasta. So if he was born later in the day, it could have progressed to Chitra. And Chitra is the nakshatra with the animal representation, or the yoni animal being a tiger, right? That's the yoni animal of Chitra, the tiger, right? Mars is opposite the moon in Pisces. Mars is in Uttara Falguni. Mercury, K2, Leo. Sun is on the cusp of Cancer, Leo. Rahu's in Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Saturn is on the cusp of Sagittarius and Scorpio. Jupiter is in Taurus. Venus is in Gemini, right? So the main points of connectivity for this particular incident is this Virgo Pisces axis and this Aquarius Leo axis. Now, going to the transit on that particular day. So, excuse me, this is what was happening, right? On this exact day that he died. Mars is retrograding over his Saturn. I mean, Saturn is retrograde over his natal Mars. So this transit Saturn is over his natal Mars. Whenever you have transit Saturn retrograde over a natal planet, be sure that copious amounts of karma are getting churned within that area of the sky and within that portion of your life, right? Um, for better or for worse, right? Sun, Mercury on this day are over his moon sign and whatnot, right? Venus, Moon, and K2 are over his natal K2 and Mercury sun. So he's in the K2 return. He's in a nodal return, right? With Venus and the moon being conjunct as well. And Venus being transit over his natal sun as well, because the sun is on the cusp of Cancer and Leo. Is that correct? The sun is on the cusp of Cancer and Leo. So it's a major transit for him. And last but not least, Mars is in Chitra. Mars is in that same nakshatra, right? It's just in Libra. But the transit Mars is could possibly on the day of his death, Mars could possibly be transiting within the same uh nakshatra as the birth, as the birth moon or whatever, right? And if that is the case, that would kind of be crazy. Like if he was born later in the day and he had a Chitra moon nakshatra, and on his death, Mars was transited in Chitra, that would be crazy because that's pretty much telling like dog, like Chitra is the animal representation is the tiger. Like you literally died by a fucking tiger, my dog. Like that's how you literally left Earth. You literally got mauled to death. And his natal Mars with eighth aspect the transit Mars and whatnot, right? So yeah, that's a so while and his K2 return, you know what I'm saying? K2 would be returning over the sun position, over and the moon Venus would be returning over the sun Mercury position in their natal K2 as well. So it's like yeah, dog, a rough removal from the planet with this K2 situation. And with this Chitra situation going on as well. I don't know his exact ascendant. I could do a delineation to get a more clearer picture. You know what I'm saying? Which will take me some time, but it's pretty much all I got for this video. Well, I see.